the Spartans, number 3, Kitsap. At guard for the Cougars, number 12, Samantha Williams. At guard for the Spartans, number 4, Taylor Thomas. At guard for the Cougars, number 22, Taylor Krause. At forward for the Spartans, number 40, Rosie Brown. At forward for the Cougars, number 32, Kelsey Scott. And at forward for the Spartans, number 42, Nancy Caravan. And at forward for the Cougars, number 33, Tiffany Farrell. The coach of the Spartans, Nicole Hebner, and the coach of the Cougars, Denise Baxter.
Welcome to West Sound TV presents its high school basketball time of the year, our first contest season. And we are at the Central Kitsap High School Gymnasium as the Cougars host the Bainbridge Island Spartans. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr. Spencer Anderson's on the camera, streaming it live for you over the kitsapsun.com/basketball. And on that other microphone, Kitty Campagna. And Kitty, we saw this team go into postseason last year, and they had a bunch of young kids on it, and they are starting out 4-0, and that would be the CK team in white and orange.
That is correct. Coach Baxter says that she has 5 back from last year's squad and 5 brand new. And so it's taken a little while to get that gel, but she said this is one hard-working crew. So that is what she really likes about this team.
And early on last season, we did this same matchup up on the island. Central Kitsap came out the victor on that one. And here we go, Mr. Brian Strigi with the toss, and Central Kitsap coming away with it. And the quick shot to begin with is off by Samantha Williams. Quick whistle, Nancy Kelstrup out there, and Mr. Jim Lamont, who may have been here almost as many years as I have, or more.
Is that possible, Doc?
I don't know about that.
Was the ball round when you first watched, or had they figured out that concept?
And had they just discovered rubber?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, the Spartans will take it. We've got one team foul off the Cougars as we begin here. You know, I could not believe when I read it in the write-up that the Sun had for this season's preview that Coach Baxter has been here for 20 seasons.
Oh, you know, I just didn't even have that sink in. You're correct, though,
Man,
Doc.
that's almost as long as I've been doing
Oh, look at the passing on that one.
Oh, beautiful.
Farrell for 2, but it was from Krause to, it would have been Maddie and then on to Farrell.
And a takeaway by the Cougs, driving it up to the iron and putting it down is Maddie White. Now, Maddie played great last year as a sophomore.
Oh, we're going to get a travel out there.
And second-year head coach Nicole Hebner for the Bainbridge Island Spartans. Spartans starting out 1-2 overall. Neither team has played a league game. These are kind of like the exhibition season for high school.
Well, I tried to talk to Coach Hebner, but she was so busy talking to Coach Baxter. The concept is non-league, and this is fun. And prove that to the girls, of course, because they are trying so hard. CK with a 4-0 lead already. Farrell going to take the shot.
Shot is short and rebound to the Spartans.
That's Maddie Ketcheside bringing it up, the senior guard for the Bainbridge Island Spartans. Pretty pass.
And they work it around. Now Bainbridge has a couple of pretty tall girls out there. Oh, count that one for 3.
Taylor Ty for 3. I've seen her as one of the top scorers for this Bainbridge squad. She is a freshman.
Pretty amazing. And they do have 2 6'2" ladies starting out there for the Spartans.
And meet one of them now, Nancy Karaman with the block.
Central, probably not the tallest team in the Narrows League this year.
Well, they do have a 6'1" and a 6'2". They start with Kelsey Scott, who's 6'1".
A junior.
And, they actually have they have 2 6-footers beyond that, and one of them a freshman. So they have to kind of share the load.
Well, if last year's team or this year's team is anything like last year's team, speed was one of their biggest factors for the Central
The number of
Kitsap
steals that
Cougars.
they get, their defense is extremely strong. Samantha Williams at the line misses the first one. Second one is beautiful.
And the Cougars with a 5-3 lead here over the Spartans. This game played on the 11th of December.
Just keep throwing them out there. One of them's going to be right. It is the 11th. Now, and when you
takeaway, just like you were talking about, Kitty.
And it is, she couldn't save that one. Nice try by Farrell. Maddie White going to be called for the hand check there. Maddie's had a really good season already this year, being the high scorer of a couple of their games.
Oh, nice inbound.
Missed assignment there, but does not go down.
Maddie Ketcheside had a beautiful inbound, but Bainbridge could not take advantage of it, and the CK Cougars coming the other way. Number 42, Nancy Karaman says, not in my neighborhood.
Well, as you pointed out, they have their twin towers out there, and I had to laugh when Rosie Brown went out. She was paired up with Kelsey Scott at 6'1", but Nancy Karaman went out, and then 5'7" Tiffany Farrell was called as the next name. I thought, that sounds like a fun matchup. Brown with it now. Good movement, 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Drive into the paint for the Spartans. Off the glass, would not quite drop for number 3. That would be Katie Yacelis. And they're going to say the ball belongs back to Bainbridge.
Not really sure why they're starting with 28 seconds. It did hit the rim on the one. That is correct.
I was going to say, I thought it was going to be a new shot clock, but I guess they had a second or two before the ball went out of bounds. Okay, almost a steal, but CK keeps possession of it. The Cougars with it. Number 33 is Tiffany Farrell. Number 10, Maddie White. She'll kick it out to number 12, Samantha Williams.
Really tight defense by this Bainbridge squad.
Oh, out of bounds. Kelsey Scott.
Kelsey's got the height at 6'1", but not quite as much of a solid frame out there.
In and out of the hands that time of Nancy Karaman. It's a classic receiver dropping that pass, looking to run before they catch it.
Well, in that case, I think she was all ready to pass before she got it.
Yeah, that was it.
Good person-on-person defense.
Pretty tough by Maddie Ketcheside, and she's going to get tagged with it, number 1. But that was pretty good D till that body check.
CK continues to lead 5-3, 4:28 left here in the first quarter. But yeah, Ketcheside could have been called for the hand check, but instead got it with the body block. Krause is going to go ahead and take that.
Count that.
That's 2.
Brad Striggy said toes on the line. And Coach Nicole Ebner from the Bainbridge Spartans says we better stop and talk about this as the Cougars jump out to a 7-3 lead.
Well, that shot was too easy, but they haven't made a lot of, Cougars started out quick ahead 4-zip, and then that defense clamped down, and that's the first basket they've had in a while. So it's going to be a good contest. These teams are very well matched.
Of course, the Cougars are 4A Narrows League team from Central Kitsap, and Narrows League, always one of the tough leagues in almost any sport you can name.
And Doc, you can tell I've built our things off of old ones because I had Bainbridge in the Narrows League too, but obviously not.
Not yet. They're not in the Olympic League. Yeah.
They're Metro 3A, but according to the next stats for, they redistribute them, they actually could be might be a 2A, and so who knows what's going to happen next year.
Well, I'd love to see him in the Olympic League. I think it would be great for at least all of us fans. Oh, nice drive and layup that time.
That's
and
the
that was
freshman.
Taylor Ty.
Gotta love that if you're a coach where you thinking I have this person for 4 years.
And at least one of those 6'2" people is a sophomore.
That helps.
Katie
Katie Thorson for 2. She's just entered the game for the Cougars.
Some full court pressure by CK. They get it to catch aside. She drops it down low to Brown. Brown kicks it back out. 3:26 left to go in the first. Oh, nice pass, actually. And a good attempt by catch aside. They're going to tag the foul to number 42, Nancy Karaman, who is a senior out there for the Spartans.
That is the third team foul on Bainbridge. Now Thorson replaced Scott. She gives up a couple inches. She's only 5'10", but from the things I've seen, that sophomore has had some excellent games so far this year. CK played Monday night and defeated Kingston. I love the beginning of the year when these teams are playing Kingston, North Kitsap, having some fun and playing local teams. It is the way basketball should be in the area.
Yes, I do enjoy it myself.
Farrell gets it to Thorson. She tries to put it on the ground, but it's taken away.
Pass up forward. Oh, nice
The block by White.
Maddie White keeps it out of there. It's CK running the other direction. They'll give it back to Maddie. Oh, count it.
She's rewarded with that for that
Very
block by
nice,
running
yes.
the court. What a nice pass, and the way she got that back. Oh, and over and back. You can see him just going, I don't think that was the original plan. Junior Paige Brigham enters for Bainbridge.
And we've got Katie Garjewel in the game now for Central Kitsap. The Cougars up 11-5 at the 2:30 mark here in number 1.
And sophomore star Rodenhurst. This is actually the first game that she has been eligible for. She made a trip to Hawaii, and so I guess didn't have the number of practices that she was supposed to have. Oh, we had a timeout. I was going, what did they do wrong?
2:24 left to go in the first, and the Cougars with an 11-5 lead. And you know, 4A, 3A, 2A are all based on the sizes of the school. And yes, there's something to be said for a school with 2,000 people having a greater choice of talent than a school with 500 people. But I agree, I really like the local community schools to be able to play each other. So it's great to see them in preseason.
Tell that to Hoosiers, Doc. They'll agree with you. 2 points for Krause, one of the things she does best, going to the basket.
Oh,
Almost
ball
got the
knocked
steal.
loose, but the Spartans maintain the possession. Nice shot there for number 4, Taylor Ty.
She has all 8 points for the
I
Spartans.
was going to say, she is the shooter so far.
When she sets those feet, you better be ready.
Rodenhurst over to Krause.
So just so the world doesn't know there's bias, Star Rodenhurst is my next door neighbor.
Nice kick out. Oh, shot is off. Good rebound by Ty. She's doing it all so far tonight for the Spartans.
Keeping these guys in it. Rosie Brown gets it.
Jump shot on the baseline will go down for 2 for Bainbridge Island, and that would be Paige Brigham.
First points coming from somebody not named Taylor on that team.
CK will work it around outside that three-point line. They go inside. Nice pass by Garjul into Taylor Kraus.
You know, it was a nice pass, but a better catch. Oh, Kraus just got hit in the face with a pass. The left hand won't go down. Samantha Williams with the rebound.
That was a nice takeaway by CK. Good hustle on defense. They've got time on the shot clock. It's
Rodenhurst for 2.
Star Rodenhurst puts 2 down. 17-10 now. 40 seconds left to go in this first period.
Oh, almost a steal by Rodenhurst. Now, if you've heard that name before, other than the fact that she is my neighbor, she is one of those people who has done the Elks Club free throw shoot. And I believe she made it all the way to nationals. So,
all right.
Been a little bit serious about basketball for a couple of years.
All right. Well, we got a timeout. Oh, no, we don't. We do have Bainbridge Spartans bringing it down with 30 seconds left to go in the first.
A little bit more time on the overall.
Oh, there
clock.
again, Star Rodenhurst with the takeaway on that one. Got in that passing lane, knocked it loose over to Taylor Kraus.
Carly Bergsma in, number 15. She's a senior. Kraus looking for some movement. There's 7 seconds left on the game clock and shot clock.
Kraus with it. She'll drive the paint. Nice block by Ty. And that's going to end the number 1 here at Central Kitsap High School Gymnasium. And the Cougars are up 17-10.
So, you know, a really good first quarter by that Cougar team. Bainbridge started to get back into it, and the Cougars just decided that that wasn't going to happen in their house. The defense that they suddenly put on there towards the end of the quarter, and just got a couple quick points out of that, and suddenly they're ahead by 7.
Again, the Cougars come in so far 4-0 this season. 4 wins, no losses. They had a remarkable season last year, going through their preseason and the league with very few losses.
Well, they're going to miss Hoisington, of course, and Coach said that the posts are young that they have, and so those are things that they're learning, but they have such a good group of guards. So far, they beat Bethel 46-43, took on Peninsula, beat them 58-35. Blew Shelton out of their own building 77-35, and pretty close matchup with Kingston 48-38.
In Bethel, generally a pretty strong contender out there from the SPSL.
Maddie White looking inside.
Nice pass down low. Good block, though, by the Spartans, and they've got the ball. Count it. That's worth 3.
I'm thinking somebody personally has to make her become that young woman's shadow.
Yeah, that's
great
what it looks
shot.
Like. Taylor Ty with another shot.
And she,
ball loose, and the Spartans come away with it.
Brigham gets it to Ketcheside.
She'll take the jumper at the free throw line and count it for 2. So suddenly, with a 7-point deficit at the beginning of the second quarter, the Spartans within 2, 17-15, and Coach Baxter called a timeout at this point.
Well, Doc, we talked about how CK could score quickly, but again, it was good defense that brought that about, the steal, and then Bainbridge finding their shooting legs. Somebody, obviously Taylor Ty, but a couple others getting their shots down too. So, as we predicted, we thought this should be a pretty good matchup. I know Bainbridge is 1-2, but you just never believe those things when you start having cross-county, not real rivalries, but at least some fun games here.
And you know who was in the 3A basketball champion, or not basketball, football championships this year? A Metro League team versus Bellevue.
Yeah, surprising. Eastside Catholic. Oh, that will not go down for Maddie White.
Of course, Bellevue won again.
Ketcheside
They
tries
could
to get
tie
it
it here.
inside.
Oh, shot is short, but fouled on the shot, and Nancy Karaman will go up to the free throw line. 6'2" senior out there for Bainbridge Island.
Carly,
Fouled by,
first personal foul.
they gave that foul to Carly Bergsma. First shot off.
Up the front of the iron, and yep, number 1 tag to Carly.
It went silent there for a second, Doc. Not a whole lot of people out on this Wednesday night, but they're missing something if they're not here, I tell you.
2 weeks before Christmas.
That's what Bob said and frightened me immensely
Oh,
today.
I know.
Oh, nice move.
Oh, good move indeed by Katie Thorson.
Thorson with 4 points. That's kind of, the only one with more is Taylor Krause with 6. Nice balanced scoring by this Central Kitsap squad.
No, they're going to tag Starr with a foul on that one.
I think that's her second then already. Yep.
Number 11, Star Rodenhurst.
There's 5 team fouls on the Cougars, 3 on the Spartans. Just underway here in the second period. Ball is loose. Bainbridge will run it down. Paige Brigham with it. They'll bring it back.
No new shot clock, so they're
Nope.
down to 19.
Plenty of time though.
Oh, yeah.
Karaman over. They go down to the baseline. Work it back out front to Taylor Ty. And shot is short. A rebound pulled down by Taylor Krause.
First thing she did was look for somebody running down court.
Oh!
Goes off of Carly.
Could not quite hang on to that pass. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
3 points separating these two teams.
Kitsap passes it out front. 3-point shot is off by Ty.
That's going to be a foul on Bainbridge, I think 42.
Foul on number 42.
And that is her second foul. Doc, the screens they set to get Ty open were phenomenal. I watched poor Taylor Krause trying to make it around it, and she needed some help on that.
3-point lead for the Cougars. 5.5 to go here in the first half. 19-16. And it's Taylor Krause with it. Passing over to Garjul. And they're going to say Katie took a step before she put the ball down on the floor.
You love it when your big person wants to do that, though. It looked like she was going to had that step not happen, that she could have gotten past her defender.
Bainbridge has it. Ty down into the corner. Kitsap will take the baseline shot, and they're going to call over to the back on that one.
You know, that's tough when you're tall. Not that I've ever had to deal with that. But
Well-
you just there's the ball, can't I have it, you know?
And, you know, Rosie's only a sophomore.
Right.
So, you know, she will understand at 6'2", she could be a real force out there as the years go on. Oh, nice move that time by Maddie White, but it would not go down, and Bainbridge comes away with another rebound. Not a whole lot of offensive boards so far for the Cougars. But they're doing pretty good at the defensive rebounding end. Down to Bergsma. She'll send it inside to Garjul, and they're going to say out of bounds off of CK.
Even with that happening, as a coach, you like what they just did because they were willing to go inside. You have, even with the two big girls in there, although only one is now, you have to do that inside-outside game a little bit to open up the shots.
Brown at the free throw line. She'll take the shot. It's short, and Garjul grabs the board for the Cougars. Down into the corner. Nice pass. Shot just off, though, and down on the floor. The Spartans will pick it up.
Get it
4
to catch
minutes
aside.
left to go here in the first half.
You sell us with the drive.
Ooh, oh, man. It did everything but go through the net.
Yeah, I don't know what you could have done any different on that baby.
But Bainbridge will go up to the free throw line, and it will be Kate Iselis.
Just a sophomore.
2 on Bergsma. And we got a couple new players coming back in for the Cougs. Number 12, Samantha Williams, back in, as well as Kelsey Scott. A couple of the starters back in for Coach Baxter.
Well, it looks like Coach Baxter has some kind of replaceable parts, which is, boy, is that ever nice.
And CK with the board on that. Samantha Williams. Oh, good pass down court. Counted for 2. And Taylor Crouch up to the free throw line.
Doc, that was textbook.
Yes, indeed.
It's such a gorgeous pass leading the person down court, Taylor. Taylor taking it up against the big person, getting the contact, and making the basket. Now, if she can get the three-point play the old-fashioned way, it will have been absolutely perfect. There you are.
She does. Maddie and Taylor, both juniors this year, but we called their names quite a bit last year.
Well, do remember,
sophomores.
they are cousins as well,
Yep.
so that's kind of a...
That's cool.
I have a feeling they've played on a driveway or out in the alley or several different types of courts over time.
Bainbridge will get the inbound, and Ketcheside brings it in. Adrian Fountain is in the game now for the Spartans. And she has it at the moment, guarded nicely by Gargiulo. But counted for 3 back out front by Ketcheside.
Ketcheside with 5 now.
Their Spartans are staying right there, 22-19. 3:29 left to go in the first half. Ah, nice drive. The layup for Maddie White.
You know, if you looked at tape of Maddie last year, it was, I'm going to stand on the outside and I am going to shoot the three-point shot. And wow, some nice changes. And she still has that three-point shot. There's no doubt about that, but I don't know if it's the rebuilt knee or what's it's some great things that we're seeing out of her.
Well, the Cougars pick up their 7th team foul, and that puts Bainbridge into the bonus. So they will get the 1-and-1. There is no 3D light. And there is a 1-and-1.
Eventually, we are going to just run them all together and start calling it wrestling out here.
Show it off the front of the iron.
Ooh, that's not good.
No. Number 32 is down. Kelsey Scott, the junior. And I did not see. All I could see was a slip.
It looked, I don't know either, but maybe a turn of an ankle or something.
Well, we certainly hope it's nothing too serious. Three minutes, 8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Oh, she's in a lot of pain. We can see that, and unfortunately, they are looking at that knee area, Kitty.
Yeah. And there's not a person in the building who wants to see this, that's for sure.
Yep. And they will help her off the court, and she will, she will be carried off the court and will go directly to the training room. Well, that's too bad to see for the junior. We certainly hope that it's not serious.
Yeah, you knew the second she went down and didn't get up, that was not a good thing.
3 minutes, 8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Bainbridge with the ball. They're down by 5, 24-19. And I don't know if it was a 5-second call or no, it was a foul called by Nancy Kellstrom.
So a foul on number 12, which would be Kayla Buckmeyer, and she must have done a clear out. Looking for a little bit more motion from her teammates and not seeing it at the moment.
Thorson with it. That's Katie Gargiul. Back to Katie Thorson. Good D inside by the Spartans, Kayla Buckmeyer.
Such a good play, such a good idea, just a little bit stronger with the hands on that.
Pass down low, shot is off, but the offensive board to the Spartans can't put it down. Gargiul pulls down the rebound for the Cougars. Oh, good move. Number 33, Tiffany Farrell along the baseline and up for two. Timeout for the Spartans. And it's a 26-19 lead for the Cougars. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the half.
Well, Doc, the CK team doesn't have a lot of height in their guards, 5'6", 5'7", that sort of thing. But there is no fear in them from what I can tell. Tiffany driving under the big people, making that one happen. I remember her from last year as our hustle queen, the girl who just didn't give up out there. And so it's really, as a senior, seeing this great play out of her. And the others, I think you're going to see some great guard play out of them all year, because they're up against some tough ones. You got a senior, Maddie Ketcheside, who is a very strong player out there. Kate Uselis doing a nice job as a sophomore, and then suddenly a freshman with the skills of Taylor Ty. So
2:22 left to go here in the half, and it's a 7-point lead, 26-19 for the Cougars over the Bainbridge Island Spartans, our first high school basketball game of the season.
I'm ready for it. The Admirals have gotten me excited about basketball. I almost came to the game on Monday to see kids CK and Kingston, but I ended up having some other things to do. They see me around at a lot of places, even when I don't have a headset.
Well, Bainbridge has got the ball, and it's Brigham bringing it down court.
Farrell with the job to be on Ty now. She bats it away.
Loose. We've got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Uselis sends it back to the front person. Brigham with it now. They got to get it up. Oh, they got bailed out.
Oh, a travel.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be a foul with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. So it will be a turnover to CK. And bringing it inbounds is Taylor.
And if you can't find Samantha Williams, look for the neon orange sneakers. There's a couple others with that, but hers really are neon. Farrell with the shot, and Fountain with the rebound.
Another one and out. Down low to, oh, look at that. That's just a takeaway. Samantha Williams. Woo.
Junior high, Samantha played under the basket quite a bit, and she built up her strength, and you can see that in that particular play with the takeaway.
Oh, nice drive. Shots off, but rebound to the Cougars. That's Thorson with it.
Now, this is what Samantha did a lot of last year, that three-point shot.
Oh, won't go down, but a nice putback for Farrell. Can't put it down, but she will get a trip to the free throw line. And offensive rebounds. They got 2 of them.
They did. And again, no fear. Watch Farrell going up with the big people. So 8 team fouls on Bainbridge now. First one's off.
And Maddie Ketcheside will come back in for Paige Brigham.
Second one perfect.
And it's now an 8-point lead, 27-19 for the Cougars, and just about 1 minute left to go in the first half here. Into the paint, kick out. Nice kick out. It will not drop, though, for Fountain, but Bainbridge maintains the possession. Down low. Good D. That was good D by Central Kitsap. Bainbridge was able to get it down low, but Taylor Krause right on the player forced her into a bad pass.
CK with 38 seconds left here in the half.
About 10-second differential on the shot clock in the half. Williams with it.
Gets it back out to Kraus.
Cross quarterback to Williams. 6-5. Oh, Bainbridge will get the inbound.
The last opportunity, 11.9 seconds.
Pretty good court awareness, though. They knew where that clock was coming down to and made the move to go to the hoop with about 3-4 seconds to go. Catch a side shot is off, and a quick board by Garjul. And that's going to be another foul. Those are one of those 0.7 on
Yeah,
the
if you're a
clock.
coach, that just kills you.
And it is penalty. Bonus time. So Samantha Williams will get up to the free throw line here for the 1-and-1.
Plus that puts 3 fouls on Kate Ucelis, sorry.
Number 1 goes through, so she'll get her second opportunity.
2 of 3 from the line tonight. In fact, that's where all her points have come from. Make that 3 or 4.
And it's a 10-point lead, 29-19 for the Central Kitsap Cougars as we wrap up the first half of high school basketball here in the 2013-2014 season. And the Cougars with that 10-point lead over the Bainbridge Spartans. Well, we want to thank the KitsapCenter.com/basketball game of the week. Spencer Anderson's on the camera and streaming it for you live. Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr. We'll be back with that second half for you shortly. Somewhat live. Okay. Even though they're not doing it. Right.
My niece is graduating from Portland Art Institute. So, yeah, yeah. So we're going to the big graduation party, and then we come back the very next day and go to the battle in Seattle for Gonzaga. So,
Yeah, Randy and Susan are heading down Friday to Portland. Do Friday, Saturday, visiting some of her friends and some shopping. Chris and Jerry are down there this week.
it's a pretty easy ride down there.
Yeah.
So Chris Mossman sent me an email saying that one of his customers at church has a TriCast for sale. And he didn't give me details, but I said that I'd have you talk to him or whatever, because I don't know what we need or if it's any better or anything like that. But
What we need is people.
yeah, we do.
Not equipment.
Yep.
At this point.
True, Bill.
I spent quite a bit of time actually this week trying to work on the little camera and transferring it to DVD.
Right.
And we can transfer it via a USB connection
Right.
and make a high definition disc, ABC HD, on a standard DVD with a equipment we have.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you can't really play an ABC HD back
That's what you said.
unless you have a compatible player.
Right. So that's, yeah.
So, and apparently it does not send out an S signal.
That's what you said.
So when we go out on AV, it's line out.
Okay. This and this,
Yeah.
which is exactly why I was having you look at those things I pulled off.
Yeah. And that's
Because I know how you look at all the product specs.
well, and that's why we bought the FX7 and the Z1
Right.
originally, because they had the stuff.
Right. Yeah. And they might be a little bit heavier or whatever, but
They are, and they were definitely more
Sure.
expensive. But anyway, we're working on it. We'll get it worked
Yeah.
out. I would really like to be able to do what we were talking about with the transfer to the computer at the table. And I know Patricia would really prefer to work with a card
Right.
for the apples as
Right.
opposed to tape.
Right.
So
Yeah, so we're trying.
we're working on it.
If you
Yeah.
find what you need, in the process, it is something Trent is more than definitely willing to get us. So,
Yep, well, yeah, it's just there's such people don't realize that, each one of these things, like just checking out that USB connection, took about 3 hours.
Oh, I know.
Because it's really a matter of elimination
Yeah,
at most.
yeah.
Well, will it work this way?
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't.
Yep.
Will it work this way?
Yep.
And
Exactly. I'm going to ask Nancy if they have the same emphasis on the vowels.
Welcome back to West Sound TV Presents High School Basketball, and for us it's the beginning of the 2013-2014 season. We are at the Central Kitsap High School Gymnasium as the Lady Cougars host the Bainbridge Island Spartans, and as we get ready to begin number 3, the Cougars with a 10-point lead, 29-19. Spencer Anderson's on the camera, and we're streaming it live thanks to the KitsapSun.com. I'm the doctor, Kitty Campani on the other microphone, and right away, Kitty, a steal by the Cougars.
That was Maddie White with the steal, and now 2 offensive rebounds for you, Doc.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure Coach Baxter talked about that.
There are conversations they have at halftime, no doubt about it. Taylor Krause calling out the play. Looking for a little motion across the middle.
Samantha Williams sends it over to Tiffany Farrell, and the whistle blows, and Tiffany will get a trip to the free throw line.
That is the 3rd foul on Nancy Karaman, who sat out a lot of that first half because she had a couple fouls. Farrell short on the first one.
And it does look like she's going to have to sit out some more, Kitty.
Coach doesn't look overly happy, but not necessarily at the player. She might doubt the call.
Second one goes down for Tiffany, and it's a 30-19 lead now as we begin period number 3 here at the Central Kitsap High School Gymnasium on December 11th. Drive in, won't go down, and a good board pulled down by Farrell.
Useless had so much problem getting in on this end. I think she was hoping for better luck on the different basket.
Count it! Yeah, that would be Maddie White.
Maddie up to 9 points now. Taylor Krause also has 9 for the Cougars.
Starting out the second half for the Cougars. Ooh, look at that shot.
Senior catcher side showing you how to do it.
Who needs an arc? Just put it off that glass.
I'm a big believer in the glass, no doubt about it.
That's why they got that little square behind the
That is
basket.
correct. Talk to Johnny Wooden. Do you remember the way his forward shot from the outside? They used the backboard even from a distance.
That's correct. And starting out this second period for CK is Katie Garjua, which means that it looks like Kelsey Scott is not going to come back in.
Yeah, she's not even on the bench at the moment, and that foul's going to go against CK. Nice drive by Ketcheside. Senior taking over a little bit here.
Number 12, Samantha Williams. Second.
And Maddie catches that. We'll go up to the free throw line. This must have been the era of births where Maddie and Taylor were popular names.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Doc. We know how many Maddies there are up like in Port Angeles. They are very popular names. No kitties out there, surprisingly. Cuts it to 10.
Second free throw is good for Maddie Ketcheside. Nice pass. Shot is up, but that was a good rebound. Another good rebound down low by Garjul for the Cougars to keep it alive. They'll pass it cross court, and Krause's shot will not go down. And this time it's going to be over the back on CK.
That'll be Garjul called for over the back. Some great passing on that particular one, running their plays. Some good openings. It just didn't quite go down.
10-point lead for the Cougars.
Ooh, that might have been a walk.
Ooh, yeah, that might have been a steal, but it wasn't.
Should have been, could have been. And
there it is, the takeaway. Maddie White will take it to the glass. She'll put it in for 2 and get an opportunity at the free throw line to make it an old-fashioned 3. And, you know, so far it looks like the Cougars have picked up from where they were last year. They're pushing it, they're running it. Well, make it a 3-point play there for Maddie White.
Well, that's been their strength on the outside where that guard can get that steal, and if maybe they'll get the drive or the rest of their team's getting down. They get fouls on that once in a while too, so that can be a problem.
Oh, catch a side shot is in and out. The Cougars with the board.
White looking for the runner.
Over to Kraus. She'll take the J and count that one.
22, Taylor.
Taylor Kraus with the 2. 38-23 lead now, and a timeout for Bainbridge coach Nicole Huebner.
Yeah, Kraus now with 11 points. She is tied with Taylor Ty for the two Taylors, both with 11 points on the evening. It's a good move by Coach Huebner. The CK was starting that run and gun sort of thing again, and they too they can generate offense off defense. I think she's going to need to possibly get a little bit more pressure out there. They are missing their senior, Julie Ficus. She's out with a concussion, so just being kept off the court right now, and that never helps when you've lost a senior. So depth not quite what they might want if they're going to have to run that kind of defense.
Bainbridge will get the inbound, and Taylor will get back there. Oh, nice cross-court inbound pass. Good play by the Spartans, but they could not convert. Paige Brigham couldn't put it down. Oh, down low, good pass, and a good turnaround put down by Tiffany Farrell.
Farrell with 8 now. Those passes, if you can, what great court vision we're seeing right now. All started with the Garjoul. Now there's Ketch's side.
Ketch's side for the Spartans will put 2 down.
But it all started with the Garjoul rebound. She's done a really nice job this half, bringing down a couple boards.
And again, starting this second half in place of Kelsey Scott. There she is, and she'll get fouled.
Rosie Brown called for that foul.
A couple new players now for the Cougars. Katie Thorson back, as well as Star Rodenhurst. Williams will inbound it to Kraus. Kraus passes it down low. Uh-oh, ball knocked loose. Good job on the Spartan D.
I like the way Brigham brings it up. She really just looks so calm.
Inside to Rosie Brown. Oh, couldn't quite control it. The Spartans will get it on and out of bounds.
Oh, Doc, she controlled it. Just dribbled it on the black part and not the hardwood acceptable part. Whoa.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Taylor says, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to be posterized tonight. Oh, good board, but a good block, and another Cougar down. This time, though, luckily Samantha up and running.
And now we get a travel.
And I think Samantha may be checking to see if her nose is still in the same place it was.
She was fairly mugged on that. It looked like, I think you're calling a lot of ball.
Rodenhurst brings it in to Kraus.
She can shoot that.
Count it, 3. Star Rodenhurst.
According to her dad, they play one-on-one, and he shows no mercy.
And the takeaway, the drive by the Cougars won't go down.
Williams down again.
And Kraus will put it back in, though, and all of a sudden, a bunch of offensive rebounds for the Cougars.
Doc, and what unselfish play. Rodenhurst might have had a putback, but she knew she wasn't really set up well, so she back to Kraus, and Kraus, again, no fear.
It's now a 20-point lead for the Cougars, 45-25 over the Spartans.
And you can see the hard work that these girls are doing.
Oh, off the glass, a bank is open for Paige.
Brigham with 4 points tonight.
Two and a half to go here in the third period. Pass inside by the Cougars.
Inside, outside.
Bainbridge playing zone now on the D. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Cougars.
Boy, you love when they finally blow that whistle to avoid some injury, because all these girls playing really hard out there.
Cougars will get the inbound, and it'll be Samantha Williams into Thorson. She gets fouled on the shot and will get 2.
That's going to be the third, or possibly that is the 4th foul on Rosie Brown.
Team foul. Katie Thorson on
You know, the CK team they are just clones of each other of different heights. Because they're all these really thin bodies. Pretty amazing how they hold up against some of the bigger girls out there.
Man, that's that hustle up. I mean, that gives
That is
them
the
that
speed that we've
and
talked
hustle
about.
out there.
No doubt about it.
Second
Nice.
shot is good for Thorson. And it's back to that 20-point lead, 47-27 in the third period for the Central Kitsap Cougars. Useless with a long
There it is.
outside 3. That's at least college length.
Well, and she's the one who had some in and outs, and so that was kind of nice to see that happen for her.
Kraus out front with it. Catches side, looking at her, and gets it over to the wing. Shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Buckmeyer, who came in to replace Rosie Brown.
Oh, interesting.
Timeout.
Okay.
With 1:38 left to go in the third period and a 47-30 lead for the Central Kitsap Cougars over the Bainbridge Spartans.
Well, and Coach Hebner kind of having to work with some different people out there with both of her big girls having foul difficulty. Perriman has 3, Brown with 4, and we still have 1:38 left here in the third quarter. So you have to either play really, really smart or just know what you can do out there. The Olay defense, I guess. And we just wanted to make sure that we thank everybody who's watching tonight on the kitsapsun.com. We're thrilled that we can have that out there for everybody to see. We know that there are relatives long distances away that get to see these kids for once.
Well, we are back with 1:38 left to go after that timeout, and it's a 47-30 lead for the Central Kitsap Cougars over the Bainbridge Spartans in the third period. Bainbridge with the inbound.
Now, notice that Ty has not, I don't know that she's even shot this half.
Nice turnaround by Kayla Buckmeyer. Counted for 2.
33.
Tiffany Farrell.
Farrell in double figures now at 10. 6 different Cougars have scored tonight.
And a good grab by Katie Thorson for the Cougars. Over to Kraus, who pushes it across the half-court line. Over to Rodenhurst. Shots off, but coming away with it, Thorson.
Good call. There
Oh,
was
they're
a
gonna-
movement of that pivot foot.
Call the travel on Katie, but she did a nice job rebounding.
She did. And I did talk to the referees as to whether or not they're going to have the same emphasis that the college referees are having on hand checking and body check. And they said, well, we've called it right always anyway. And they said, actually, the reason in college is because it had gotten so physical, they were trying to get rid of some of that. And not a bad thing.
And, of course, because that's the way they let the pros play.
Correct. But, I'm liking that they, more of a skill game, hopefully. Wow.
Yep.
See what, oh, that was not a good move.
Uh-oh. Oh, Bainbridge barely gets it back.
That was an interesting move down there.
Catches side with it out front, guarded by Kraus. Pretty much the Cougars have been in the person-on-person. Man-on-man D.
Oh, there's Ty. We knew she was still around.
Yeah, I think that's Taylor's first points, isn't it?
At
The
this
second
half, yes. She's at 14 though, so leading all scorers.
Kick out to Rodenhurst. Cross-court pass to Bergsma. Along the baseline for Cross. Nice dish. Thorson gets her own rebound. Good job by Katie. And that's the end of the third period. That was actually a very nice play, even though they couldn't put 2 on the board for it. But I really like that drive across the baseline by Kraus and then the dish to Thorson.
Well, notice for good reason, 2 people went on her, so she drew away the defense from Thorson and made the pass, which is that's so important when you can drive like that. You don't have to always put it up. Sometimes that's going to set up your assist more often than not.
Well, this is our first game for us, West Sound TV, and of high school basketball for the 2013-2014 season. And it'll be number 1 in a doubleheader that we will have for you. And I believe game number 2, it looks like, will be the Olympic High boys hosting the Kingston Buccaneers, 2 of the teams from last year's Olympic League that went deepest in the postseason, and in fact ended up playing each other.
That's always horrible when those things happen, when because you want your district to go on. So.
And it really was one of the best high school basketball games we'd seen in a while, was that competition down at Tacoma between Olympic and Kingston for the boys' side of the game. Well, to start out this fourth period, Bainbridge has the ball. They're down by a ways, 14. And Brian Striggy's going to blow the whistle and say Bainbridge will get it back. Let's see who that gets tagged to.
Should be on Maddie White.
Yep, it will be, and that'll be 3 on her.
Otherwise, if I were Ketcheside, that was a scary place to be between the half-court line, the sideline, and White and Rodenhurst. Smartly gets rid of it earlier this time.
Bainbridge doing a nice job of working it around, but the shot is off for Useless, and CK comes away with it. Oh, nice drive by Maddie White. And she will get a trip to the free throw line for 2, and they're going to tag that one to Ketcheside.
I think that's going to be on Buckmeyer.
Okay, yep. Kayla Buckmeyer will get tagged with it.
She was confused because she had her hands straight up, but ended up doing a bit of a clothesline on Maddie's face.
And Maddie puts number 1 down. Back in for the Spartans, Nancy Karaman. Now Nancy coming in with 3 fouls.
Maddie with 13 points.
Make it 14. And Katie Garjul will come in for Bergsma. Denise assisted by Murray Webb, Teresa Gowell, and Reagan Whitford. And, you know, I have been doing this longer than Coach Baxter.
Oh, that was so pretty. That was pretty.
Good putback by Karaman.
I know they must count on Carolman for more points. She only has 3 points on the evening.
Oh, good.
Oh, she had to shoot that quicker.
Yep, that was a good ball movement by the Spartans, but Katie, instead of taking that shot, passed it that one extra pass, causing it to become a turnover. And the guy sitting next to Coach Baxter was one of the, when I started, one of the coaches of this Cougar ladies team, Mr. Murray Webb.
3 for Ketcheside.
So it's good to still see him around and involved in the game. 12-point lead. Oh boy, make that back up to 14.
And you know that happened because she caught and shot so quickly. When you can do that kind of release like that, they just can't guard you.
Ball is loose, and it will go to the Cougars. 6:35 left to go, and it's a 53-39 lead for CK.
Uselis taking a break.
Timeout, Cougar.
And we will have a timeout here at the 6:35 mark. Coach Hebner is assisted by Ian Havel and Liz McCloskey. The AD up there at Bainbridge this year is Casey Taylor. And of course,
on a .4 is what I was told. So it's a kind of a part-time thing, which no one can do that job on a part-time. They just don't get paid for it is how it works. So.
And, of course, down here at CK, Bill Baxter. He's been around for a while, a Bremerton product.
And our district AD, John Cervinsky, the one who sets us up. We do our broadcast applications, and we're also official now these days, Doc. I'm not sure how we do it.
And, of course, Mr. Jim Ferrati,
Yes.
our facilities manager
Who
for
is
the Central Kitsap School
always happy
District.
to see us,
And,
always.
of course, we're always happy to see Jim.
It is mutual in many ways.
6:35 left to go in the ball game, and the Cougars with a 53-39 lead over the Bainbridge Island Spartans, but a pretty well played game actually tonight, early on in the season.
Well, it's been fun to watch because you know that both coaches are kind of trying some different combinations, seeing what's going to work for them, able to give someone who might play a typical almost all the minutes, give them a break, even though it isn't foul trouble tonight.
Fountain in the game for the Spartans. Garjou with the pass down low, knocked loose, but fighting for it is Katie, number 44 out there is Mackenzie Page. And
she's
she
just
will
a
get
freshman.
tagged.
I watched Mackenzie in the junior varsity game, and that is not the first time she's flown across the floor. So her knees are already scraped up nicely. She'll just go from there.
Both teams with 5 team fouls. Almost a steal by Maddie White, knocked out of bounds, and Bainbridge will bring it in. 30-second shot clock, 21 seconds left to go for the Spartans.
Nice pass into the big girl, Mackenzie on her.
Oh, and the turnaround off the glass for Nancy Karaman for 2.
The senior wanting to get him a little bit closer. They're within 12.
6 minutes and a little under 6 to go in the game. Garjo, oh, nice pass by Katie down to Page.
You got yourself some twin towers there, both at 6 feet.
Now, that was a nice pass by Karaman, but Bainbridge will have to bring it back out off the foot, and CK picks up the loose ball. Rodenhurst with it. She'll drive the baseline. They're going to say double dribble.
I like that far ahead pass with White seeing the opening there and the strength, because sometimes you try a pass like that, it's going to get taken. So that takes a fair amount of strength.
Bainbridge will bring it in, and we have 5:21 left to go in the ball game here at Central Kitsap High School. Oh, good takeaway. Good anticipation by Maddie White, and she drives to the glass and puts it through. She has been doing just a great job on defense with those takeaways.
Maddie with 16 points, and I should have circled every time it was off a steal.
We
she
don't,
has
yeah,
done
we
well.
don't keep the takeaways, but she has done a lot of them and not afraid to drive as soon as she gets that ball.
Well, and at this point, she had 2 fouls pretty early, and so she did some sitting. And you know how that happens because her hands are moving all the time. You don't want her guarding you.
Useless brings it in, and Ketcheside's jump shot is off. And Bainbridge will come away with it, double teamed in the corner, but gets it out to Ketcheside, and oh, that shot was rattled around the iron and came back out. Nice pass by Ketcheside inside. Once again, though, the Bainbridge Spartans just cannot get it to fall.
Gorgeous move by Buckmeyer. Great
Sure
footwork, knowing what she's doing. She's not super tall, but she has had to play underneath at 5'10".
Garjou with it for the Cougs. Williams, and Bainbridge has gone back, it looks like, to the person-on-person D, and nice block by Karaman, taking it away for the Spartans.
Like that the freshman Page was going to take it up against her, though. No problem.
Oh,
that was
beautiful
pretty.
pass. Very nice. Useless sending it down low for the 2.
Ty with only five points. Everybody'd love to have 5 points, but that's in this half.
That was just a beautiful pass.
The whole play. It's one that I saw happen before, where they screen that person so hard they're not going to play.
Oh, Garjul cuts across the paint and puts the 2 down.
She used every bit of that 6 foot because there wasn't a whole lot of arc going into that.
That's for sure. Oh, good tip by Star Rodenhurst. And the ball is going to stay with the Cougars. This CK team is nice and scrappy on defense. That's great to see here early on in this season.
Yeah, you like this kind of effort in a non-league game. Tries to get it inside.
Yeah, Williams will keep it alive for CK. We've got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down on the baseline to Garjul. She tries to go inside. Ball gets loose. Bainbridge grabs it. At that point, she pretty much needed to go up with it. And
Star
another
with the
takeaway.
steal.
2-on-1. Nice pass by Rodenhurst. And a good rebound. The second opportunity for Mackenzie Page, and she will get a trip to the free throw line. 6-foot freshman.
Who can move? Who knows what she's doing out there? That's good to see and has a good effort.
And it's good to see the other players not afraid to feed her.
Well, that she earned from her rebound. Now, I like the pass from Rodenhurst. She just hit White a little bit deep under the basket.
Brown back in the game, and
Maddie White taking a seat and getting a well-deserved standing ovation basically from her bench.
Second one, nothing but net. 60-43 at the 2:42 mark here in number 4. Bainbridge works it to the high post, sends it low, and Garjul almost had the takeaway, but she's going to get tagged with the foul.
She had pretty good position, and I like the effort. So there's only 16 fouls on both of these teams at this point, with 2:31 left in this half. Entering the game for Bainbridge, I'm going to have to guess, but I'm going with the junior varsity name, Kira Havel.
Number 25, who has the ball now. Back to Taylor Ty. Now catch a side, elevate for the 3. Count it for Maddie.
Number 1, Maddie Ketcheside.
I have her with 18.
She and Taylor Ty have definitely been the scorers for Bainbridge tonight.
And Ketcheside coming alive this second half. 3 threes.
Ooh.
CK.
Kraus over to Star. Rodenhurst will elevate. Shot is off, and Ketcheside with the pickup. Bainbridge pushes it the other way. Whoa, look at that. Nice drive into the glass by Useless, and she will get a trip to the free throw line.
And Rodenhurst did the thing, I'm not going to let her score, I'm going to foul. And she wasn't scoring the way she was hit.
7.
That was a nice drive by Useless, so to just take it right into the glass.
Katie
Useless, excuse me.
First one's down.
I must have heard you say it.
I think I've said it both ways, Doc. Yeah.
Useless. Kate Useless up at the free throw line.
I know, I think of used cars when I go with her name, but I agree with you, Doc. It's very pretty the way she took that down the court and was confident in it.
Minute 42 left to go in the game. Kraus with it for the Cougars. They'll work it around.
Running a little bit of a weave here.
That's right, Rodenhurst. Work for Phil Jackson. Good dish by Kraus. Won't go down, but Garjul with another offensive rebound and a score.
So here are some things I'm really liking.
Ball
I think CK only has one. There's another. That's one of the things I really like.
Nice. Which is?
I think CK only has one 3-point basket, and that's from Rodenhurst.
So they've been making their scores down deep, working the ball around.
They have been doing it by the 2 and working twice as hard. They aren't just getting down the court and shooting that 3. they have several who are very capable. Maddie White, Maddie has one as well. So there's probably like two. Maddie can shoot it, Samantha can shoot it. I know that Taylor can shoot it, but you just like to see the old-fashioned work it really hard, and you know, the passing that they've done has been phenomenal.
1 minute and 2 seconds left to go in the game, and the Central Kitsap Cougars with a 64-48 lead over the Bainbridge Island Spartans here in December. Preseason, neither team playing in their league yet.
Well, and on the opposite end, Bainbridge with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes, and nothing wrong with that, because again, they've had to work their offense to get those at times, and they've been some pretty open threes. And it brings you back into a game quickly.
And as we said, it's pretty much been catch a side and tie, the scoring for the Spartans tonight.
Yes. Yeah, it hurts when Karaman's had to be on the bench so much.
Bainbridge gets it in, and down here to Katie Elpa in the game now. Her shot is off. And they're going to say a foul on Rosie Brown, and I think that'll finish up her night with 5 of them.
It will. So Caroline Brady going to get into the game. Liking that Coach Huebner has put in some people who don't get a lot of starting time or maybe a lot of court time right now. 23, Sydney Gibbs in there.
And both teams at 17 fouls now, so up for the 1-and-1 will be the Cougars, and it will be Paige. Yep, number 1's good, so she'll get another one.
2 of 3 from the line. Adrian Fountain back into the game. Ucelis comes out.
Second free throw coming up here for Mackenzie Page. Off the back of the iron.
There were 2 Cougars who had the opportunity for it. I think they were really surprised.
Fountain will inbound it to Sydney Gibbs in the game for the Spartans. Outside shot is off. It did not hit iron. Well, maybe it did. They gave him a new shot clock. I didn't think it did.
Probably not overly serious one way or another, but
39 seconds left to go. And Coach Huebner with some other players in there, giving them some playing time. Jump ball. Possession arrow for CK. And there again, it's just the hustle. The hustle points all going to CK.
Bainbridge with the full court pressure here. Nice to see.
And Taylor Krause still bringing it across court for the Cougars. CK will maintain possession. There's a 1.5 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Williams into guard Jewel. Tightly guarded.
Slightly, yeah. Oh, what a nice move by Page. It doesn't go down, but
that was a very good move. Bainbridge has got 10 seconds to put a couple more points up on the board.
Fountain liking the shot. I can't blame her.
Didn't
actually,
it was Brady. And that is it at the Central Kitsap High School Gymnasium. And the Cougars doing a pretty good job on the Bainbridge Island Spartans, coming away with a 65-48 win.
And
we
Doc,
got that
we
marked
must
down.
be at Central Kitsap because the lights are going out. What a surprise.
That's right. We are happy.
What a great first game to bring to you. We love bringing you the local teams, and we don't get many opportunities to get the Bainbridge girls. We wish that both teams a lot of success this season.
That's correct. Well, we're West Sound TV. Thanks to the KitsapSun.com for streaming it live to the world. Spencer Anderson doing our camera and working the stream for the Kitsap Sun. Kitty Campani on one microphone, and I'm the Dr. Doc Parr for West Sound TV saying, stay tuned. We will see you soon.